2022 will go down in history as a turning point when it comes to climate change. Even as India grappled with the pandemic, 2022 saw a series of climate-influenced disasters from heat waves to flooding to crop crises. Recognizing that quick, effective climate action was imperative, CSTEP undertook various research projects to help policymakers assess, decide, and develop strategies to counter climate change. Here are some important pieces of work from 2022. In December, the Kerala state government published its revised State Action Plan on Climate Change 2023 to 2030. The plan, which CSTEP helped draft, identifies actions to safeguard the diverse topography of the state, including the Western Ghats and coastal areas, from the impacts of global warming and climate change. We released No Silver Bullet, essays on India's net zero strategy that explored from the experience of researchers the different unanswered questions and uncertainties when modeling solutions for climate change. These questions were discussed further in December during an event that brought together policymakers and researchers to explore how modeling could be improved and how uncertainties could be addressed to improve strategies for addressing climate change in India. The Global Climate Risk Index 2021 ranks India 7th, considering the extent to which our country has been affected by the impacts of weather-related events. In this context, CSTEP published climate atlases for the southern, central, western, eastern, northeastern, and northern states of India, covering 723 districts excluding the union territories. This assessment will allow policymakers to plan for a dramatically changing future. CSTEP put together emission inventory and source apportionment studies for the city of Bengaluru. The reports, released by Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, enabled the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board to identify polluting sources and hotspots in the city and devise a scientifically robust action plan to combat air pollution in the city. CSTEP contributed to the publication of the Karnataka Research, Development and Innovation Policy. The policy is expected to provide the much-needed fillip to the research and development ecosystem in Karnataka, making it the premier innovation hub in the country. The e-Depot tool, a one-of-its-kind tool to help state transport undertakings, STUs, and power distribution entities plan charging infrastructure for the city's electric fleet, was released this year. First released in Bengaluru, the tool has garnered interest from state and international transport undertakings that are working on electrifying their fleet. The tool reduces the magnitude of work involved in efficiently deploying electric buses by helping STUs identify the most feasible routes and charging infrastructure that needs to be set up. Despite ambitious targets for incorporating solar energy set by the government, the rooftop solar segment in India has been lagging behind. In an effort to address this, CSTEP has partnered with the National Solar Energy Federation of India NSEFI and the Council on Energy, Environment and Water CEEW to work at the state level in 30 states to increase the deployment of rooftop solar energy. In August, the coalition organized a roundtable to bring together different members of the ecosystem to chalk out a strategy for increasing rooftop solar in the country. At the heart of the solution is CSTEP's Rooftop Evaluation for Solar tool, CREST, a customer-focused tool that can map the solar potential of each rooftop and help consumers assess technical and financial feasibilities and potential for deploying solar energy on their rooftops. As part of the 4th edition of CSTEP's flagship event, the India Clean Air Summit 2022, we managed to bring the Air Sensors International Conference ASIC to India. ASIC is a premier annual event organized by the US-based UC Davis Air Quality Research Center. The summit brought together practitioners working on leveraging low-cost sensors for monitoring and managing air quality. Our outreach attempts have crossed a new milestone with CSTEP partnering with media houses to organize events. We partnered with ET Energy World to organize a panel discussion on decarbonizing the hard-to-abate sector at their annual Gas Conclave 2022. As part of our continuing attempts at strategic communication, we partnered with Monga Bay India to organize Connecting the Dots, a workshop for the larger ecosystem of researchers on how to communicate scientific findings with the media. CSTEP collaborated with the Department of Science and Technology, DST, Government of India, to create this video.